It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. New Gjeebs tea is live. And it's money. Just like waxing, I'm gonna walk up on a girl in the new Gjeebs tea like this. Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Good evening, everyone. I went with the Mr. Rogers theme song today because my mom was on the show. And if anyone can find that episode, $100. I'm here this evening to show you this Model Y and this Model Y that was made in Austin, Texas. That one was made in Fremont, California. I'm gonna show you all the subtle changes they made between the two of these. Now, some of you may be asking, why are you doing this? And it's because there's going to be a huge used market coming up. That's a 2020 long range. This is a 2023 standard range. I'm gonna show you all the subtle differences between the two that may help you in your used car buying experience, because it's hard to tell with Teslas with the years. They make these subtle changes and sometimes you're on a lot, and the salesman, it's brutal. It's brutal, folks. So let's get into it. Now, if you are shopping specifically for a Model Y, there's one thing that you don't have to worry about, and that's a heat pump, because all Model Ys ever built always came with a heat pump, whereas Model 3s, that started in 2021 with their famous octo valve heat pump, which moves fluids around the car in the most efficient manner. So Model Ys, you do not have to worry about the heat pump. Let's start with the exterior. The first change is the ultrasonic sensors. You can see we have the ultrasonic sensors right here, but if we go over to the other Model Y, there are no ultrasonic sensors. It's all just smooth, and they're actually going with Tesla's vision system. The cameras are also slightly different. So here are the ones from Austin, Texas, and here are the ones from Fremont, California from 2020. You also have a single exit sprayer for the windshield wiper fluid on the 2020 model, and on the 23 models you have the dual exit for the windshield wiper fluid. The other things you're going to generally notice is a better build quality. This is my 2020 Model Y, and you can see the tolerance here. Let's see what we got. We've got approximately a 6mm gap here, and it doesn't look awful, but this is too much of a gap. It needs to be tighter. So when we come over to the newer 23 model, overall, you're just going to see tighter tolerances. This is a 4 to 5mm gap. It's crazy it's only a millimeter, but it does look a lot cleaner. Now, the trunk on my Model Y has kind of been a complaint. See, it's kind of sluggish to get going there. And apparently they've actually had to replace a lot of trunk motors, and they actually repositioned these hydraulics here on either side. So when we go and pop open this new one, listen. Much more efficient trunk. This just works better than mine ever did. Again, these are just positioned a little more vertically. I guess they found a better way to let the motors run more efficiently, and that's good news. But this brings us to our next thing, and that is this trunk cover, which the new Model Ys come with. And you can see it really folds up conveniently there and has this little rail to ride along. And just like the Model S, it's magnetic. So that way when you're riding along, it's not gonna jitter or anything like that. It's put into place nicely. And again, folds back so you can actually access other parts of the trunk. My Model Y over here, this is all flat, and you'll actually notice that this is all plastic. Whereas on the other one, there is carpeting that comes all the way up to this level right here. So it's actually really nice, and this is also going to help with sound deadening. Now, I have heard some people complain that because they have dogs, they get fur all over your car. My recommendation for that is get rid of your dogs. The sub compartments on these also seem to be unchanged. Also, interesting build quality. I have no clue what this is, but there's something like hard right here that's pressing up, and it's deforming the base in there. So I don't know what that is. Someone in the factory could be a help note because they're not being paid enough. That's possibly what it is, but there is a little deformation down there. And in case you didn't know, there's also a notch right there, so that can stick up. So that way, when you're out with your hose, you can tell them, hey ho, go ahead and put that up, put your bag down there so we don't get robbed up in this muh. The door panels have a suede Alcantara insert here, which looks beautiful. These are matte black compared to the piano black ones on the originals, and they actually look perfect. This also has some carpet in here. Again, more sound deadening, get rid of the dogs. Additionally, we have this carpeting down here, comes all the way up the side of the car, adding a much more luxury feel. Again, more sound deadening, sell dog. The dog community is absolutely gonna lose their mind. I have a dog, so relax. He's for sale. Moving on to the back here, mostly unchanged. Again, the Model Y, it makes so much sense. The amount of room that you have in the backs of these things, really durable back of the seat. You got plastic here, and then you have this kind of leatherette or whatever, pleather, vegan, can't believe it's not butter back seat cover here, okay? So back seat, mainly unchanged. Now, I mean, you knew it was coming, right? I mean, look at are you kidding me? This shirt is This shirt is money. Guys, INTOTHEAM.com. The link's in the description. It'll take you right to this shirt. Code Gjeebs will save you 10% off, okay? It fits incredibly well. They come pre-washed and shrunk and everything, so the fitment is great. This is a medium on me, and your boy looks, oh, the kid looks absolutely stupid. INTOTHEAM.com, they've been a sponsor of the channel for years now. You guys have literally purchased thousands of their shirts. You already know the quality. They're going with more of a vintage, washed out look. I wanted to go with something subtle in the front, and then you have the big design in the back here. While we were designing this shirt, it looks like I'm having a blowout at a porta-john in the middle of the country somewhere. I do want to say, I sincerely appreciate your guys' support over the years and letting me do YouTube full time. I sincerely appreciate it. I jack around a lot on here, but that's why we're all here. You can't take it all seriously, right? When you order this shirt, I earn a commission from it. So it directly supports the channel. Thank you if you buy a shirt. INTOTHEAM has been with me since I've been, this big. Now, your boy's back in heat. INTOTHEAM, thank you for being a great partner on the channel. And thank you guys for continuing to support their t-shirts. They're incredible. When we have meetups in person, I see you guys wearing the shirts. I'm wearing the shirts. We're in the cult. We're in this together. INTOTHEAM.com, code Gjeebs. It's 104 in the garage. What do you want from me, okay? I'm not working out, all right? Had a couple McDonald's breakfast sandwiches this week, and I'm not, that's just the truth, Go to INTOTHEAM.com, use code Gjeebs. The link's in the description. It'll take you right to this t-shirt, and that's a beautiful thing. Thank you for sponsoring the video. Let's look at more differences on this car before I pass out. This, to me, is actually a bad change that Tesla made, but again, Tesla's, as they like to say, our ethos. Our ethos. The second I hear someone say ethos, I'm immediately exiting the conversation. Anyways, there's no lumbar support here. And they did that during COVID, and they said because they had data that says that no one's using it. I don't know that I actually buy that. I think they're just trying to make more margin on cars or whatever. But there's no lumbar support in this, whereas on the 2020 model, we have lumbar support on the passenger side. So yeah, just a nice feature that they have here, and really all of them should have for what these cars cost. Not only are these piano black, they actually did a really smart thing, and they put a symbol on here on the newer models depicting that this is what you press to open the door. A lot of people don't know what to do, but this doesn't answer that question. And the new models have this showing the door being pried open. So if your brain is turned on, you should have an idea of what that does. Now onto some things you can't see. You can see this has the AMD Ryzen chip in it. So that is a faster processor than we have over there in that shitbox. The center console is much nicer on these newer models. You can see you have the dual phone chargers are lined with Alcantara here, this little wall here. They built a wall right here and Texas paid for it. And this is just a beautiful look. And then you also have this garage here, which opens and closes very nicely compared to the other one, which I'll show you in a second. Cup holders here, still intact. This subtle change here, but this is just magnetic. Again, going with the same theme, the best part is no part. So they don't even have that little tab here to release it. It just has a magnet that you can see right here. And it's very flat. I mean, just this is what happens when you let an outsider come in and start to design cars. They do just really unique things like this. Very minimalistic. So some people don't like that. Some people want more luxuries, but just another difference on the new ones compared to the original 2020s. Now, just for reference, here is a look at what it used to be like, and I have a wood overlay on this. So that's a look at what it used to be like, And then down here, you have this that releases and latches. So just the magnet, again, just one less part that can fail. Very simple mechanism that they have here that is now eliminated and makes them more profit on their vehicles. The steering wheel on my Model Y has held up incredibly well. So this is over 63,000 miles and we're looking really good. I've always used that Hydrosilex. Oh, got it right here, ain't that something? Hydrosilex interior cleaner. I'll put a video in the description so you guys can check this out, but this stuff is excellent. I highly recommend it. My code will save you 25% off there. And I'll show you what it does, and I can show you on this Model Y. This owner, they used some sort of like permanent coating here. And this is what you want to avoid. You do not want to have your car have this sheen to it. It could lead to cracking over time. You want to maintain this matte factory finish. And that's what Hydrosilex will do. I have a bunch of interior videos on that and how to use it, I'll have that linked in the description so you can watch that. Back to more differences. And as you can see on mine, we have the Intel Atom. Another interesting difference that very few people know, and some models even come with this that are 2020s, heated steering wheel. This has a heated steering wheel. All new Model Ys come with that. My 2020, I missed the heated steering wheel boat somehow. So I do not have a heated steering wheel, very random. So that's another thing to look out for if that's important to you. 2020s may not have a heated steering wheel. You'll have to look into that in the infotainment system. All you have to do is click this button right here and then just see if it's an option to drag down onto the screen there. So that's how you can check it. New Model Ys also have a feature called Bioweapon Defense Mode, and by clicking this button right here, it positively pressurizes the air, which doesn't let pollutants leak into the car. As you can see when we lift this up, there is a massive filter across the front of the car, whereas over in mine, you can see that there's not even an option for Bioweapon Defense Mode, and the filter is drastically different. Another feature that could be easily missed is the double paned glass on the newer models. This is just going to keep more sound out of the cabin of your car. I hope this video was helpful to you. Again, INTOTHEAM.com for these t-shirts. And if you want to watch my 3-year review on this Model Y right here with 60,000 miles, click this video right here. That'll be very helpful to you and give you some insights that you may have not known.